The journey of who we all are is an African story. Today we stand on the shoulders of our nameless African ancestors. We've all traveled a 300,000-year-old road, learned to harness fire, and discovered the power of chemistry. We are born explorers, hardwired for curiosity. We continue to look onto the universe, galaxies beyond, searching for answers to the mysteries of life. As technology allows us to explore beyond planet Earth, it's important to realize that this innovation began in a small cave on the south coast of Africa. Professor Christopher Henschel Wood and his team of South African and international scientists have uncovered a series of finds that have rocked the scientific world. In Blombos Cave and Klipdrift Shelter, they have found the oldest evidence in the world of complex chemistry, the world's oldest abstract art.
It is gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. Why spend so much time, though, making a tool look so beautiful?
It's a projectile and it's very well designed, but the other, I think, also carried symbolic meaning. So people were making things that were beautiful to them then and still are to us today, and possibly we think they were exchanging these. So these were given as gifts, and those kinds of gifts would have reinforced friendships and perhaps also facilitated exchange of people between groups, partners in other words.
The South African-led team is brushing back time, opening the scientific time machine that tells the story of our greatest human secret.
After 100,000 years ago, there's this almost explosion of changes in technology, of changes in symbolic material culture, of a whole slew of inventions that were not present before 100,000. So if you can store information outside of the human brain, you don't have to say anything. You can look at somebody, you can look at what they're wearing and understand who they are or what message they're trying to get across to you. That is the basis of all our writing today. It's the basis of our computers today. It's the basis of every single thing we use to symbol today. That is what this is all about. And all of this took place right here in this region 100,000 years ago. It's the beginning of all art. It's the beginning of all science. It's the beginning of all technology. It's the beginning of very strong social systems as well.
This super-rich environment, mostly disease-free, developed a strong, resilient people, masters of a natural survival. They invented high-tech weaponry to hunt animals on land. For the first time, they learned to intimidate big predators. And finally, the age of exploration had begun.
I am absolutely sure these people were very well adapted to marine environments and to water. But it certainly seems like the people who lived at Blombos and who lived at Klipdrift were very adept at exploiting the marine environment and certainly going into the water, probably diving in the water quite freely and quite happily.
These first people learned to wade, swim, and eventually to dive, drawn to the place where the largest seafood lived. Born here were the world's first swimmers and divers, aquanauts of the underwater forests of Africa. The critical ingredients that led to these innovations was time. Because this unique place provided food and survival in a few short hours of the day, leaving so much time to invent and explore. Time to become us.
Every one of us are related to one another. There is no such thing as race. There is no need for xenophobia. We should pull together, we should work together, because we are one group of people who've come from this region, who've been responsible for these incredible developments, 100,000 years ago, who've been a part of this whole story of humans, of human evolution, of human development, of human intelligence, of overcoming enormous obstacles and hurdles to get through that 100,000 years to become who we are today.
These people have a tremendous lesson to teach us. And this is why, personally, I love digging into the past, because I strongly believe that going back 160,000 years ago, people already back then can teach us a lesson about how we can move forward into the future.
The skills developed on the coast of southern Africa gave humans the expertise and imagination to expand their world and eventually leave Africa and conquer the planet. We are all still on this journey. Hardwired into us are the ancient skills that will ensure our future survival. The time machine of science reveals the detailed story of the greatest innovations our species has ever known. It changes the way we see ourselves, breaking preconceptions and lighting new ways to collaborate as one united species. Africa lives in all of us.